He's not just being attacked by Democrats. Look at these headlines from the media. Washington Post, first of all. The Trump administration's blueprint for mass removals with a streak of cruelty. New York Times. Mr. Trump's deportation force prepares an assault on American values. Again, the Washington Post. Riots erupt in Sweden's capital just days after Trump comments. Doesn't that make it sound like Trump's comments created the riots?
Yes.
Not true. Outrageous.
Not true.
That gentleman is named Bernard Goldberg, a favorite on this program. Welcome back. Bernie, I have never seen anything like this, ever. Have you?
No. But that last headline is interesting because they could have written a headline that riots break out in Sweden a couple of days after Bernie Goldberg got a hamburger at McDonald's. What does one thing have to... I mean, they have no connection. But look, on the bigger point that you're accurately making, a lot of journalists, mainstream journalists, do not like Donald Trump. It's not just his policies they don't like. The biggest thing they don't like about Donald Trump is Donald Trump, okay? In fairness, fair and balanced, Donald Trump brings some of this on himself. He says things that are untrue. They don't like that. He acts in an unpresidential way. They don't like that. But it's not exactly a bulletin, Stuart, that mainstream liberal journalists treat Republican presidents differently than they treat Democratic presidents, especially the last Democratic president who they treated as a messiah. But this is different. You're right. The animosity level is totally different, and they would say, yes, that's because he's different. But the best single thing I heard about how at least one news organization, the New York Times, sees Donald Trump was from a media writer named Michael Wolff, who said he looks at the front page of the New York Times and he thinks it's Germany in 1938. Maybe an exaggeration, but you get the point.
Yes, we do. And I think that's an accurate point to make. Now, is there a solution to all of this? If you're not happy with media coverage, what's the solution?
Well, I've always argued, even when I wrote books about liberal bias in the media, I've always argued that we need a strong mainstream media. That's why the Founding Fathers gave journalists, you know, the privileges they gave them in the Constitution, because we need somebody to tell us when powerful people are doing things that are dangerous or wrong or illegal. We don't have that now. Now, they've brought a lot of that on themselves. I don't think Donald Trump is helping matters by calling them the enemy, but they brought a lot of this on themselves. I hope we have 30 seconds to talk about Maxine Waters.
Oh, go. Yeah, you take a minute, please. Yes. Go for your life.
Okay, great. I wrote a book once called 100 People Who Are Screwing Up America. And Maxine Waters was in the book. I said she had the personality of a pit bull in a bad mood, you know. And it isn't her politics. Forget about her crazy, hard left politics. I don't care about that. She's a mean-spirited, nasty woman. But I think she's doing Donald Trump a favor. I have a theory on this. I think he needs to thank her for her uncivil remarks. I also think the people who are disrupting GOP town halls are doing him a favor, and the people who want to impeach him are doing him a favor, and the people who are holding up Donald Trump as Hitler signs are doing him a favor, because they are his ace in the hole, and they're overplaying their hand. They always overplay their hand. And mainstream Americans, even in blue states where they don't especially like Donald Trump, they see this craziness. They see a President's Day rally where they hold a "it's not my President's Day" rally. And they don't like that. And I think by comparison, they're making Donald Trump look good.
That's why you're on this program, and that's why you're popular. You happen to be an original thinker. Oh, Goldberg, what do you think you're doing here? Thanks for joining us, Bernie. Seriously.
I didn't hear you. What was that against?
You're an original thinker.
Stuart.
We like you.
No, I know. I did hear it. Thanks a lot.
We'll see you soon, sir. Thank you.